So hello everybody on YouTube. We're back with a bonus VOD at the end of my Feedback Friday. Someone donated bits to play another game, so we're going to play another game as a bonus, because why not? If I have some excuse to play more of these games and do more of this kind of thing, it's a lot of fun for me. People enjoy it, so I'm going to do as much of it as I can possibly justify. So here we are with a game from Layhands. It has no name currently. Let's see what's going on with it. Click to begin. New save slot. 3 potential save slots. I really like that. The backgrounds look super nice, and I like the scrolling blue caves. It's got a nice mood about it, and I like this music as well. Hopefully it's not too loud for you all. Oh, okay, that was a little bit loud. hang on. Turn that down just a tad. Turn my headset down a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Right click to move, it said. Gives me a little bit of Hammer Watch vibes, just this little character. Okay. So, like, I noticed you kind of move in a, like, way of, like, just when I'm holding the button down, it's just, like, waiting and then placing another one kind of thing. I feel like I would prefer it if it were constantly moving with the mouse rather than placing it, like, every, like, few seconds. Oh, I think I missed something. That was sprint combat. I think I missed an important instruction about how to attack something or something. Oh, shh. Oh, this is... maybe I'm okay. This is fine. Holding down right-click attacks automatically. Okay. I like the red glow on everything, all of them. Sometimes hit for critical damage, telling me at an appropriate time. Nice. This feels styled a bit differently to the rest of it. The pixel sizes are fine, but like... I mean, you got some pixels there, that's fine. Haymaker. Close the gap by charging the enemy with a fist. Stuns foe temporarily. Okay, that's a long way to, like, click on a thing, you know? Like, can I press Q for that or something? It's a good tutorial, though. Like, just relevant situation, relevant bit of text. It's not all at once. It's just a bit at a time. This text is a little bit... I don't know if it's just struggling with the full screen. A little bit blurred. Oops. Capture now. This is cool. I don't even mind the rotatedness. See, this is why I said it's not really about mixels. Because I don't really mind these effects that are like different pixel sizes and so on, right? Even though they use mixels and you could argue they break the pixel art rules or whatever, right? That's fine. I have more of a problem with the style conflict between the character here and this rock, which both individually look good, but the styles kind of conflict, and they kind of look a bit like that from 2 different games. It looks so, like if the background art is consistently like this, then I'm alright with it. I didn't feel like it was in that cave earlier, like the tiles and stuff. I don't think they were more in the style of the character than like this. Like, look how super detailed this is compared to the character. The pixel sizes are the same. but the style is completely different, right? It's not too bad here because both things look really, really nice to the point where I think you kind of get away with it. But it is a conflict. It's Dead Poor Soul. Because like he's like offset and like, oh, it's mixed up because he's rotated, but at least he matches the character, you know. Strange mirror. Change from like combat game to like puzzle game. Crystal monolith is reacting. Okay. Armor mirrors by defeating. Whoa, what's going on? Am I pressing some sort of weird debug thing? Okay, that felt like it glitched out a little bit there. Don't press crease, click X. Okay, I think maybe we broke something. Are we okay? Is this still where I'm expected to be now? Press I when you enter the dungeon. I think we debug commanded our way to somewhere we're not supposed to be. It happens. Especially, I mean, especially in a situation like this where you're just like, hey, I'll throw the build of my game. Oh, I can't even move. Who? Okay, we're back here. And it crashed. Okay, so here we are back again, having recovered from our issue by accidentally pressing a bunch of debug commands. Pro tip: when you send the game in, try and remember to remove the debug commands, especially if there are buttons like A, S, and D that I might just randomly press because they're the gamer keys. But it happens, especially if you're submitting in a hurry. Okay, we've got this person. Mouse wheel or click, okay. Mouse wheel is good. I like the idea that this can be played entirely with the mouse. It reminds me a little bit of my game, Life is Short. It's like playable entirely with the mouse in a similar way. Okay. Back away while he like tanks. That's kind of cool. The text comes up and a little zoom in. That makes it. I guess like I feel like I want these to have hotkeys. I'm not gonna try it in case I'm tempted there to be like, I should be like H and just press H, but I'm scared of touching the keyboard, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you could like highlight the key that is the hotkey or something. Just so that like I don't mind having to play it on the mouse, because it seems like it's like at a pace where you don't need to be too fast. But you know, it helps because things are sort of real time, right? God, this is cool. You know what? I'm willing to forgive the art inconsistency style-wise, because if the whole game looked like this, like the fact that your first bit in the tutorial, like the tiles didn't quite look like this, leads me to think you're gonna have a bit of mismatch all over the place. But if you consistently have this as your character style and this is the background style, then I think that's okay. I think that works. It's super dark. Look at this music as well. Okay, is that charged? Is that on cooldown? Low on mana maybe? Yes, okay. So, it's a little bit subtle when it's like grayed out and like not having enough mana. I worked it out in the end, but I think maybe if it went blue or something to indicate that it was related to the mana, or it said not enough mana when I hovered over it, and said how much mana it cost or something like that, you know? I get trying to be minimal, but I think I would rather just have that information. Can I give him this? Can I give it to either one of them? Does it just increase their damage generally? I'm not wholly sure how that works. Equipment hasn't really been explained. It doesn't massively need to be if it was self-explanatory enough, but we just kind of have a bunch of numbers. I don't even know how to bring that back up. I can bring up... Oh, we got a bunch of stats. I can see myself playing a lot of this. This is cool. Oh, traps. Reminds me of like Hammer Watch, but like in more of like a real-time JRPG sort of style. I don't think I'm doing very well. I'd like to see some more interesting abilities than just like big attack, but I get that this is early on in the game and here's an ability, it's just a big attack, right? That's fine. But I'm always a fan of getting to the meat of those kind of things quickly and being like, here's your cool ability that like makes you do interesting choices. MOBA gearing, right, okay. Any classes with 5 abilities each. That's pretty substantial. I think I would prefer this movement, as I said earlier, to not be like the place, place, place. But to like just like have that like a circle that just moves around with the mouse and I'm just constantly updating its position. Also, I noticed I think that's tied to stamina and you can't... Okay. Does it really matter which one I'm controlling, or does it just sort of, you know, stand up? Because I like click these buttons to just do the thing, so it just sort of determines the formation and like who's going to use each potion and so on. I guess that's what it determines, really. Man, who did your soundtrack? This is dope. Suppose we should finally actually use some potions. I don't know, do we recover over time at all? I feel like I'd be dead by now if we didn't, because I haven't used any potions and we've taken plenty of hits. Right, did we just wipe out that bat in one hit? It's a little unclear. I think it's a bit too dark. I'm noticing if I look on the stream, I can actually see a bit more of it than I can on this monitor, so maybe it's some like color settings a little bit. But it's real struggle. Like, to me, on my screen, it looks like complete blackness here. I can see on the stream the tiles are just about visible, but it's like super dark otherwise. I get that's maybe the aesthetic, but I'd prefer just a bit more ambient light around the players. Maybe even a torch you can equip or something, I don't know. See, I'd argue this is inconsistent again, because again, this looks nice. This looks nice. They don't really fit one another though, right? Like even down to the how big everything is. Yeah, just I don't think they don't look like they're in the same game. Chill. Shows the enemy abilities as well. That's kind of cool. Your UI has got its kind of own style as well, which I'm not sure matches everything else perfectly, but it's like, let's say all the art is very, very good. I'm just not sure it's super cohesive yet. I think you'll get there, and I think when you do get there, your game's going to look amazing. But I think you really need to decide on your look and really commit to it and make sure it feels cohesive everywhere. I don't think it's too jarring either. No, definitely not as bad as like some things we get in here a lot, but it's noticeable, you know. Like it's sometimes hard to give relative criticism because it can sound like I'm criticizing something in the same way I criticize something else like that was obviously way worse. But I should point out the things I'm talking about here are quite niche and small and trivial because for the most part this is great. This is super excellent on so many levels. So the things I'm talking about are the little things that can push it to be even better, you know? I wish there was some way to really know about these traps. I don't know if there is some giveaway that I'm missing, but otherwise it's just like, oh, you take some damage. This is not super satisfying. There's a weird like targeting shader thing that's going on. I don't hate it. It's good. I kind of feel like I've just been hanging around on these two dudes with my two abilities for a while now, though. I know I've been playing slowly because I've been talking about it, but I feel like I've been playing that slowly. I feel like I kind of want this to pick up a bit more. Maybe I've got another ability by now or something, you know. I feel like if I'm going to be made to fight a boss, which is I'm getting a bit of a vibe like that on just these two abilities, like. I feel like the game's taking its time to open up a bit, probably a bit more than it needs to. Another thing I think I was gonna say is like just. Like you've got like a stamina bar which affects like your sprinting. I think when you're not actively fighting, that shouldn't matter, and you should always be able to go fast. Clicking around the screen is kind of a frantic way to control things, and I thought this wouldn't. I really was expecting it not to work, but it kind of does. It's actually kind of an interesting way to control it. Try to like micro each one. Feels a bit StarCraft-esque almost, right? I'm like APM my way around, move out of the way of these things and my different characters. Ah! Oh, I keep clicking on the character, and it's not how you swap to the characters. Kind of wish it was, but maybe that's relevant for targeting the character for other things. This almost feels like if FF7 Remake's combat system were good. That's mean. I actually like that system quite a bit, but this is like a better version of that, because it's like a real-time JRPG thing where you can actually manage swapping between the characters and like moving out of the way of things. That was actually sick. I expected a boss fight with just those two characters and those two abilities to be super boring, and it was not. That was actually really cool. Okay. We got another mirror, so that's going to give me another character. I understand. Game loop. It's good. Yeah, what a game to get as our last bonus one. Like, I figured it would be like, 2-minute, you've got bad pixels over here, move on, right? That's the average game. That's not the average game at all. They're all wild, different, complicated beasts that all need their own treatment. But still, like, this was like, I was not expecting to get something of this caliber through at the end here. So thank you a lot for this. I would normally, like, if we were still on the stream, I would normally be moving on. But this is the last. I'm not taking bits for another one today. So I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I'll just play a little bit more. I do need to go make food soon, but I want to see this new character. So that's the demo. You can keep running procedure. Oh, okay. Okay. I want to see this character at least. Okay, and I expect there's going to be more. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things to improve here, but generally speaking, like, this is really, really cool, and I really like the idea and the execution of it. I would buy this, like, I would buy the idea, like, there's things I'd want to see executed a bit better. There's things in the art style, there's things in just the depth and the complexity. I want to see some more abilities and more interesting stuff going on than just like, here's a thing to hit an enemy for lots of damage, But the boss fight in particular, like, if we see a lot more of that stuff where I've got to kind of go like click a dude, micro around. If we get some hotkeys in that let me like kind of move the people, and I can move the people kind of individually to dodge out of stuff and do fights and try and avoid things while casting all these spells, and like, if you get this right, this could be incredible. I think you want some ability hotkeys. Smooth the movement out a little bit, allow me to move a bit faster through dungeons consistently without just draining the stamina. Like, if I'm not in a fight, just give me infinite stamina. Let me just move really quick. I get that stamina might be important to you for other mechanics, and that's fair enough. I don't want to tread on that, but I'd be hesitant with it though. I think you can get away with not needing stamina at all, personally. I think there's enough room for interesting, cool decisions without needing it. That's just my take though. You can make that up what you will. Yeah, focus on like how you can control the three characters. I want to be able to quickly swap between them. I know the mouse wheel's a thing, but I think like pressing 1, 2, 3 would be really good. Take inspiration from StarCraft, I don't know, like RTS games and things like that, and like moving around like that. But I do like how they all just like follow as a little party as well. It's good. In case that was not clear, it is very good. How do I now quit? Destroy item on cursor. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, F4. That's a good way to quit. Oh, no quit button, you stick forever. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that there's no quit button. Like, you've just been spending all your time on just getting the game bit good, That's good. You've got that like super minimal like little menu that's just load in. Boom. Good. I think you're spending your time in the right places. Keep doing that and keep working on it. Keep improving it. I think you're on something very cool. I would love to play it when it's done. Thank you very much for that. That was awesome. That was I don't want people to think like, oh, you paid some money, so I'm being nice about your game or whatever. That was just a very cool game to have gotten. That's the bonus game. I would have said all those things regardless. So thank you very much for that. Thank you all for stopping by the stream. As I said, we do this every single Friday. for the foreseeable future. I don't know how often we'll be doing the bonus game, pay 1,000 bits, get another game, but it was a fun experiment, and I think this time at least it paid off massively. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. I'm really bad at ending these streams, but I'm just going to head off now because I need to get something to eat. But do follow. Thank you for all the people that have followed. Thank you all the people that subbed and all that sort of stuff. Do follow, and then you'll see when I go live. I am trying to go live and do some other just random stuff throughout the week and stuff whenever I get time, but that's just, as and when. We don't have a schedule for that. Other than that, every Friday, somewhere between 1 and 3 GMT, I go live for about 4 to 5 hours and we play a bunch of games. So I'll see you all then. Either that or I'll see you on my next YouTube video. Wherever I see you, I'll be happy to see you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. End stream.